Hey folks, this is Jeff with Jeff and Ben's Outdoors channel. Today we're going to make a video. Me and my wife, Hattie, we're going to go down to Cove Lake State Park here in East Tennessee. It's unbelievable how beautiful that park is. And specifically today we're going to show you some massive, I mean massive trees. I think they're ash trees, poplar trees, and maple trees. But anyway, we're going to measure those trees, take a tape measure, cloth tape measure, and just actually measure those trees just to see how big around the circumference of them are. And also we'll show you some of the nature trails, the boat dock, boat rental place. It's just a beautiful park, folks. And if you do a lot of traveling and you want to go to a simple park, in the campground, they have electric hookups, all kinds of places to put your campers in, water, sewage. So we'll go down there and we'll show you how beautiful this park is. This park has miles and miles of nature trails that are paved.
I can't believe
Good
it.
grief, what a fish. That's about like mine, ain't it?
I can't.
Lord have mercy.
Dude, that's a chunk.
That's good.
What do you think, a 4-pounder? Huh?
All right, folks, there's two entryways into the park. I'm going to take you on the first one coming from the town side, not the interstate. On this side, it goes to the boat rental place, the campground. There's a few shelters. The pool is not currently in service. They've not run it in a couple years. But you can see the nature trail and the lake on this side. There's a big shelter you can rent. They have restrooms on both sides of the park. And we're just going to go down here. There's a playground on the campground side for children. Right down here is where you rent the boats. You can actually bring your own kayak down here. Right over there's the campground. It goes way back. And right down here is a dumping station for your campers. And I'm not sure if you check in there still, there's two check-in places to camp. So we just made a circle. On the other entryway takes you to the nature side of everything, the actual park itself. And you can go right down here and make a left, or you could have went on down and took the first entryway. There's the campground entry. There's the old pool. They do have a restaurant just right over here. There's the tennis courts. And the lake is on both sides of the park. Take you through the park side and show you all the shelters, and then we'll get out and we'll check out some of the scenery. There's another playground. Shelters on both sides. The actual nature trail is down here by the water, and it goes way back through these woods. And I guess it would be, not sure of the distance, I think the whole nature trail itself is about 3 miles. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it's about 3 miles, 3.5 miles. It goes right up through there and all the way around. If you've got any pets, they must be on a leash. Plenty of parking, picnic tables. They do have outside grills. This is a neat little shelter. It's looks like it's got cedar posts. Very clean, nice park. And if you like to jog or walk, this is one of the best places you can come to for that. If it's real hot, you can go through the woods in the shade. It's not too bad hot, and heat don't bother you. You can take this side in the open, which is where we're going to go and show you some of these big massive trees. Okay folks, we're going to start off with this big massive tree. I'm not sure what it is. It almost looks like a tulip poplar. That one too. Possibly could be a maple. When they get this big, I can't really tell you what they are. This is just right beside the main road, and it is huge. I'm telling you what, it is a massive tree. And we're going to run a tape measure around it and that one too. Just give you an idea. We'll go up about 2 or 3 foot off the ground because it gets bigger at the bottom. But we'll measure this tree and show you what its circumference is. Okay. Up about this high. What do you say, folks? How big is this tree in circumference? Come over here and hold this. Check it out. (15'1". That's up about 3-4 foot off the ground. That's pretty good size. It actually gets bigger up here where this branch is. It balloons out. I'd say it's probably 17 or 18 foot there. We'll go over here and do this one now. 14.2. It's just a little bit smaller. 14.2. So we're going to head out here. There's some more bigger ones out the trail here, and we're going to take you over, let you see the catwalk, and we'll get right back with you. Not only does this tree have poison ivy on it, it's also got a big hollow hole up in it. Now I know what kind of tree this is for sure. It's a beautiful pine. I just want you to look how big this tree is, and we'll measure it. But this limb coming off of this tree is amazing. It's amazing. Measure this pine. (11'7". We'll measure this branch right quick. (7 feet). 7-foot branch. Take you out here on the catwalk, the pier. Show you this amazing mountain view. Interstate 75 runs right up between those, that's this mountain and that mountain, right up the mountain and around. There's a little spillway. Comes back off the lake up in here to the park on the trail. And it's just loaded with these beautiful flowers. This is August, so they're kind of heat stretched right now, but they sure keep this park nice. Two big old massive trees over there. We can measure those. You want two?
Whatever you want to do.
Two more great big, look like tulip poplars to me. Could be wrong. Leave comment down in the description, in the bottom there. Actually, that's a different kind of tree. That looks like a oak tree.
Of this tree. You gotta get the other side.
Oh man, this was a good one. Hold that right there. $16.5. Nice. We'll go over here and do this big oak.
Get the back of this tree. Go behind it. Here.
Wow. She is hollowed out. Man. Look at that.
Look up high. Another one.
And it's hollowed up there too, all the way through.
Wow.
At some point in time, the top has been broke out of it. That's awesome. That is awesome. The closer you get, the bigger they look. I believe this one's going to be the biggest so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold that right there. $18.3. And I'm sure if we go down, let's go down and do that on the low end and see what it says.
Okay.
Drop it down real low.
Woo.
$21.7 down low. Of course, it would get way bigger down there. That's a big oak tree. Okay, guys. Like I said, I don't know my trees that well when they get this big, but I'll show you the leaves. You guys give me a comment. Let me know what you think this is. I don't think it's an oak now that I look at the leaves. Maybe some type of maple. And then this over here to me looks like a poplar. Nearly a 20-foot tree. I'm sure it's 20 foot up here because it gets bigger. That's awesome. That's a sycamore, I do know that. Alright folks, we're coming up on a cool little feature that the trail has to offer. Usually when it floods here in Carrollville, there's water comes up in here. They raised this bridge up. This neat little addition to the park. Like I said, this is first week of August and the flowers are starting to, heat's starting to get to them a little bit, but there's a lot of pods to make new ones.
Snaking.
Yeah, got you in there, but you know.
Snaking.
Okay guys, you get the point. There's some big massive trees down here in this park. I just wanted to show them to you. And I'm going to show two more and then we're going to do some other things. But this is a cedar tree. Eastern red cedar. We're going to measure it. One thing that's real amazing about this tree is all of the limbs going every which way. So we'll measure it right quick. There's another big old huge tree over here. We'll measure it and then we're done with trees. $11.2. That's down here on the trunk. Of course, we didn't get the branches, how they spread out, but that's a big old cedar tree. We'll go over here, measure this beast. It's got a big hole up in the middle of it. $16.1. Wow. And it goes up and splits into two big old giant branches. Woo-wee. I believe instead of mowing this, they left this little patch for the wildlife and the flowers to come up. Of course, like I said, this is August and it's on the tail end side and have a lot of heat, but they're still beautiful. I don't know if you guys know what this is or not. This is pokeberries. This is a pokeberry bush, and you take and can cook that and eat it. You gotta be real careful. You gotta make sure it's good and done, tender and young. Here in the South, a lot of people eat poke salad. I've never personally eat it. I've always been afraid of it. There's the restaurant. See the smoke coming off of it. They're grilling something this morning, getting ready for lunch. That's a pretty cedar tree. But we could spend all day measuring these trees and showing them to you, but these trees over here, that big one and that big one, they're 16, 18 foot around circumference. This is a huge sycamore tree right here. This park has got it all. Every so many feet they have a little billboard with some messages and some paintings and stuff. Help you along your walk. And occasionally there'll be a bench if you need to rest. But on this side of the park, the trail is, I rate it as easy because there's no hills at all. I'd say it's at least a mile around. That's the restroom facilities. They're really nice, always kept clean. This is one of my favorite shelters here at the park. And you'll see why here in just a minute. Got wheelchair access, and you got your stairs. One thing nice about it is it overlooks the lake real close to the road. Got a small grill here. Actually, it's a double grill. And you got this centerpiece. Really cook on if you're serious. But it's really nice. It's really nice if you having some kind of church gathering or birthday party or anything like that. They rent these out for a day. And I think that maybe 50, 60 people. Here's the little playground on the campground side. Nice little toddler and young child place to come. Nice little outfit. Swing sets. Right up here is your dumping station. Right here is where you check in for the campgrounds.